Dear friends of the Scottish Mission, I pray that you are well and that your family is healthy and content. Let me share with you a little about what's going on in the Scottish Mission at the moment, and as we come out of the winter months and looking forward to the summer which is lying ahead of us. The pastoral team in Scotland has been working hard over the winter months to work with our members on directing the various churches we have towards mission and to also function better in our communities. And I know that most of our churches worked very hard during this winter. We've had a few changes in the pastoral team, and we want to remind you of the arrival of Pastor Massey and his family. And as you will remember, they came in the beginning of September. And of course, Pastor Massey is based in the Inverness area. Pastor Radko Risteski and his family joined us. They're working in the west of Scotland, and you might remember they came in the beginning of December to join the Scottish Mission team. The Forth Valley district, which is Edinburgh, Musselburgh and Dunfermline, don't have a pastor at the moment, but our work in getting a pastor for this district is well advanced, and we will bring you some news about this shortly. Our strategic plan for this time has two objectives in the Scottish Mission, and I know that the strategic plan is not something that everybody reads every day. So I thought I might remind you of two of these objectives that we have in our strategic plan. The first one states that the strength and influence of a church are dependent mainly on its commitment to authentic leadership, producing transformed lives, and seeing those lives reproduced in others. We should therefore make it a priority to promote discipleship in our churches, and we will do this, promoting discipleship, by doing the following two things. Firstly, by investing and working on producing relevant resources that are up to date and contextualized. And secondly, by being intentional about discipleship training and the nurturing of our leaders and members. That's the first objective. The second objective that we have in our strategic plan is to support and enhance what is already being done by the members of our churches and companies and groups. The initiative of our members are so important. The pastoral and sponsorship team take up a leading role in mentoring those in our churches, those who are busy with current endeavors, and our members to ensure that they feel supported and empowered in reaching these goals. Nothing can take place in a church if it is not accompanied by prayer. Now, since 2022, our Prayer Ministries Department has led a prayer strategy of inviting the Holy Spirit to come and to be part of the ventures of the Scottish Mission. More specifically, our prayer leaders have been praying for revival in Scotland, and we desire all of you to pray for revival. Revival is when the Holy Spirit comes and lives with us in such a way that we change, in such a way that our immediate surroundings are impacted, and that our work for the Lord is blessed in such a way that the church also changes. I pray that the Scottish Mission will be a place that cannot be recognized in a few years. It is my prayer that folk will say, "What happened here in the Scottish Mission? Why is there so much happening?" And to this end, I am excited to share with you that in the Scottish Mission, we've had a positive start to our School of Evangelism, which started in the Glasgow Church on the 11th of March, only a week ago. This school is where our members can learn what it means to be a disciple, and that we can only be disciples if we share the good news of Jesus with others. The School of Discipleship is an event that will take place over at least 2 years, and I urge you to keep an eye open for communication about this in your local churches and in the newsletters that come from us and on the website and so on. I also want to share the exciting news that we will participate in an evangelistic event called Reflecting Hope. Reflecting Hope is part of a much greater effort across Europe, where we will simultaneously attempt to hold different kinds of evangelistic approaches all over Europe. So everywhere in Europe, now we are preparing to move into this space. In Scotland, we will specifically during May this year focus on the Shetland Islands. Dr. Anthony Kent, Associate Ministerial Secretary at the General Conference, will come and visit us here in Scotland. He is a keen bicycle rider. The pastors in the Scottish mission will join him as they will cycle most of the roads in Shetland on bicycles to attract the attention of locals on that island. The plan is to meet other people there and to introduce them to Jesus. We hope that the folks we meet there will become friends and that we can share Jesus with them as we develop these friendships. And the prayer is that these friendships will be lasting until eternity. We are also planning to hold evangelistic meetings in Aberdeen from the 12th to the 14th of May. And then we will travel to Shetland, where we will spend time on the roads, of course, on our bicycles, until the 19th of May. And then we will have evangelistic meetings there on Shetland until the 21st of May. We will return to mainland Scotland on the 22nd of May and spend time in the Inverness area. There we will attract attention and hold evangelistic meetings in Inverness around the 26th to the 28th of May. And I pray that you might find time to come and join us for some of those meetings. In the meantime, we want to congratulate our Aberdeen Pathfinders and Adventurers for reaching the final of the Pathfinder Bible Experience and the Adventurer Bible Experience. These finals will be in Greece on the 15th of April, so only in a few weeks' time. We wish Pastor NJ and his wife Matoko and the leaders in the Aberdeen Church all the best as they take the children through this process. And we wish the children God's blessing as they represent Scotland on this occasion. I am confident that the Lord is with us in Scotland. I know that the Lord is with you all, and I pray for his continued presence in our homes, at work, in our churches, in our schools, and everywhere we find ourselves as members of God's church. I pray that you will have a wonderful Sabbath and that each of us will experience the blessing of the Lord in such a way that our creativity and interaction with one another will make it evident that God is indeed with us. May you be very blessed.